The next lit term in the Good and Happy Child unit is ambiguity, which is a lack of clarity or uncertainty in meaning. Authors do this both intentionally and unintentionally, but if we see ambiguity in the text, it largely has to do with whether or not the text is successful at pulling you along in the narrative, creating alternate meanings and levels of meanings. So ambiguity is a really, really important aspect of any kind of book that includes some element of mystery or intrigue or suspense. In this particular book, there is a ton of ambiguity on Justin Evans' part. Very, very intentional. And what's fascinating to me as a reader is that George, as both an adult and in the memories that we're getting from his notebooks, George as an adult, George as a child, both of these Georges are lost. As an adult, George is struggling in his marriage and as a father, and he's kind of seeking help from a psychiatrist because of that. As a child, George has just lost his father. His mom is kind of inaccessible at this time. It's like hinted at that she's having some things go on by like her phone calls and conversations that she's had with Tom Harris and things like that. But anyway, in both scenarios, George is trying to figure out his reality. He's trying to make sense of what's going on around him. And what makes me respect Justin Evans as an author is that he makes the reader question all of that right along with George. And the reason the reader is doing that is because everything is so ambiguous. It's so unclear, and the reader just doesn't know what's going on, just like George. So, as you read on, I really want you to be paying close attention to where you think Justin Evans is like hoping that you're confused, is hoping that you are maybe not paying attention or, missing some clues that he's dropping or not reading between the lines. I want you to really be aware of your tracking of that as a reader as you move through the text. So that's ambiguity.